Hey guys, Brix back with another LEGO Transformer review, and today we have part 6 of our LEGO Transformers Combiner Wars Defensor. Alright, let's check it out. Okay, so here we have all of our components for Defensor. Now, this video is going to be a little different because I have a different component here that I never really showed off with any other of my combiners other than, say, Devastator. So when I do the LEGO conventions, I tend to build these for all of my combiners just because it's a lot stronger and sturdier waist connection or hip connection, because ultimately, you know, the weight of 3 Transformers are all relying on the weight of these 2 little ball joints right there. So, you know, with conventions, people might bump the table, things get shaken up, people get excited, and combiners go crashing down to the table and explode into a million pieces. So to prevent that, I do hips like this, and I'm going to start including these for free in the instructions whenever you buy the whole bundle, and I might even do a tutorial, but I mean, it's really not much to this, but I'm going to start including these. And this is like if you're really going to, you know, display it someplace that, you know, it could take a couple of bumps and shakes and it'll still stand. So I'm going to show the tutorial right now on how to put this guy together normally, and then I'll cut back to like halfway and then show you how to do it with this hip part in case if you do buy instructions that include this new combiner hip. Alright, so we have the hands and feet already connected to the robots. Just to give you an idea, this is what the chest piece right here looks like, and that's going to connect with those 2 studs that you see right here, and that's going to connect to this blue 1x2 plate right there. So it'll look like that. And then we have Defensor's head, which is pretty cool. Much like the head that I had for Bruticus, it actually clips on to Hotspot's head. The jumper plate, let's see if I could show this a little bit. But there's a jumper plate right here with a stud right there in the middle. So that would clip on to the back of the head for the torso. So, and you know, a couple of things might come a little loose when doing this because there's no hinges or anything to kind of get in there. It's a pretty tight fit. So with the combiner in the way that it is, see if I can zoom out a little bit. We're going to take this off just for, you know, sanity purposes, I guess. So the first thing we could do is flip up the head and get the combiner head situated. It's pretty much just getting that in there and plugging that in like so. I actually have to wait a second and close my window because there's going to be sounds of the hood creeping into the video. I apologize for that. So the next thing that we do is we got to transform his arms back into like truck mode. And I don't know why I didn't prep that ahead of time, but I mean, it's very rare that I show the full transformation of these things during the combiner videos. I kind of just slap all the pieces together and then boom, there he is. Try to keep all the fun stuff in the video and none of the boring stuff. But, you know, there is fast forward and all that other good stuff. Flip those around. And you want to kind of have it flush to where it's not putting too much pressure on anything in particular. But that's more or less how that part will look. Now for the bottom part, you're going to take these parts right here and flip them up, revealing the combiner ports right there. Take this side, flip it up, flip up, and flip up without breaking, like so. So then, let's see if I remember how this would go. I feel like it's like this. And then you have to kind of like flip everything around. You bend this up a little bit to make it a little easier. There you go. Because ultimately you don't want to see the back of the gray connector parts. You don't want to see this, you know, you don't want to see that in front. You want to see it like this. So I guess it is combiner time. My favorite part of these videos. So let's do we want to get this part? No, we can do that later. Let's bring these guys up. This guy will get quite tall. And raise up a little bit. And remember, we're going traditional style and then new combiner waist thingy. The most snap crackliest part of fear. Nice. You want to do as much of your adjusting as possible now, so that you're not trying to adjust with the weight of 3 transformers on top of everything. I kind of want to do this piece now. And that just adjust. I mean, that sits right there, like so. This guy is tall. Now what we want to do is probably put the lighter of the 2 arms on first, because it will become like a balancing act immediately as soon as I attach one of the arms. So we're going to get blades. You want to hold your finger right up under here, kind of like in this armpit. It's like I want to have some type of leverage. There we go. And as you can see, Blades is quite light, but he does, like, you know, favor that side because there's more weight over there now. So then you do your adjustments again. Like so. Then we're going to grab first aid. He's going to hang out right here. Now let's see how much of this we could actually get done without anything exploding. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy. Do your adjustments again. And there we have Defensor. Super dupe. And then you could pretty much put this ladder back where you found it. I'm gonna try to do that without destroying anything. Like so. As you can see, his legs are trying to split a little bit because it is like a paper or cardboard like surface. Alright, super dupe. Now I want to do a spin around, so in order to do that I have to kind of like pick them up and I'm going to put them on this display stand that I build also for the conventions. And there's like little 1x2 Technic bricks in the middle of his feet that kind of just plug into these posts right here. That way it kind of, just gives him more stability. So from there, you'd be able to plop him onto the turntable. And I can do a full 360. So we pick this guy up. And as you can see, some things are trying to come undone already. And you gotta find that sweet spot. Where did I put it? Found one. Get the other one going. Found it. Do your adjustments. He's just a super sturdy monster now. There you go. I want to kind of level him out because he looks a little lopsided. Like that. Perfect. I guess before we do any type of spins of dooms, we should probably do like a size comparison. Okay, so for a size comparison, we have Slingshot. Standing right there. And I mean, granted, the combiner is like a couple of plates higher than where his ground would be. Yeah, it comes up to like kind of where his knee socket is, which is like right here. So that's pretty cool. Yoink. All right, and here he is next to me, BX Brix. It's huge. Yoink. All right, let's do a nice little spin. Like I said, he's a lot more sturdier than I feel like than he, I thought he'd be. Also, I noticed that the white flooring was kind of crooked, and I put a wheel all the way at the back, and it rolled straight down with like the force of a locomotive. So I propped something up under here to make it more leveled. So that is how he looks in traditional mode. So now I'm going to cut and go to where we use this thing right here. Okay, so now when we're using the more stable hip joints like this, you actually want to connect these two to the legs first. So I'm gonna just snap those in theoretically without anything breaking. There we go. That one's in. And then we do this one right here. Just a quick little like that. All right. So now we got that. Looks a lot more G1 accurate to some degree. And like most G1 toys, it might break. Let me just fix that up real quick. Like so. And boom. All right. And just like before, you want to do most of your adjustments as soon as possible. So if you can see, we have a Technic pin right here, and that's going to plug into like the crotch area of the combiner, of the torso piece. So we're going to set this off to the side and try to prep the middle while it's actually still connected to the arms. Now, in this mode, you will not be able to use the ladder, because where the ladder was, now the legs are going to kind of fold up in back of them. So, guys, kind of bear with me while I figure this out on camera. So, this part actually also you might need to take off. But these are all pieces that you can't really see when he's in combined mode anyway. So for here, I want to kind of untransform the legs and put these little components back down. Now for ease of transformation for these parts, you want to use the clip that's kind of like C-shape and not so thick around the clip, because that'll, you know, make it a lot easier for you to kind of just maneuver things around. You want to rotate. Might actually want to take the chest plate off also, just for the sake of like not messing anything up at the same time. Gives you a little more wiggle room. So you want that hole kind of like in that position. And then you want to fold up. Get it as tight as possible. And then that's what the front should look like this. Then we're going to just put the chest piece back together real quick, because that kind of broke upon getting it out the way. That looks good. I'm going to plug this back in right here. It's super tight tolerance, so we're going to just break this part off just fine. Got that all put back together. My Legos on the floor. It's actually a board game that I designed. It's pretty cool. I'll do a video for it at some point. It was like rated 21 and over, so I gotta figure out how to do that. And then we're gonna plug that Technic pin right in there. I know you guys can't see what the right there is, but based on the description, it'll work. Do your adjustments. And there he is. So let's zoom out a little bit so you can see everything that we're doing. Adjust the camera. And that's how he looks with the new hips. So, just like before, we're going to try to put him onto the little turntable so you could do a spin. Spin for me like a pretty little ballerina. This would go there. I'm not going to even attempt that because you can imagine what that's going to look like. Lego is all about imagination. Everybody imagine real hard that this doesn't fall over. And there we go. We got a complete spin. Very good. Whew. Now let's get about this video before anything happens. Here I am, the Brix. And you do the outro like, hey, so thank you all for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting like you guys always do. Instructions for Defensor will be on brixmediastudios.com, I'm going to try to get the bundle and everything up as soon as possible. I just got to make sure that I have things like the extra hip connection and everything all included in there, so you guys have all your options when you do get the bundle. I see that some of you have already purchased some of the individual robots. Like I said, I'm trying to give you guys a warning. It is going to be cheaper for the whole bundle. Instead of paying for all 5, I only really charge you for like 4 of the robots when you buy, the whole bundle. So yeah, the next combiner will be Monstructor because he's already built. But I'm going to sprinkle some individuals in there, get the headmasters out. I got to do Triptychon. These guys are already built. I just got to get the videos done. And I'm thinking about attacking Piranhacon, but we'll see how far we get with that. And for all of you Combiner Wars fans, I am working on a Rook. I've been working on him since he was actually the first protector bot that I worked on, and I could not figure out how to put 6 wheels on something like that on the the traditional Combiner Wars frame. So once I do figure him out, he'll be a late release, and I'm pretty sure this guy will still be hanging around because he'll be going to Brick Fair, Virginia in a few months. So I'll try to have him done before then, so you could see how he looks before I would ever have to like completely destroy this guy. So once again, thank you, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.